There's a lot of anxiety in the job campaign, and I wanted to help you think about ways that you might be able to rewire your brain so you have a different experience of the anxiety. Hi, we are number one. And I just wanted to remind you that there's a lot of anxiety in the job campaign. And I wanted to help you think about ways that you might be able to rewire your brain so you have a different experience of the anxiety. And realize that, there's a huge interconnection between our thoughts, choices, behaviors, emotions, and feelings. Go figure. All of us experience anxiety at some level, but I find in a job campaign, there's a lot. And you are constantly being judged. You are judged over the quality of your campaign, your finances, over what could have been. And you know what? A lot of the judging is happening on your part. You're doing it yourself. But what I want you to think about is if we can embrace change, if we can embrace the ambiguity, then a symphony of transformation starts and resonates through all the facets of our lives. So in the landscape of stress, a realm which is familiar to many of us, touching nearly 70% of us. And remember, we can have daily up to 70,000 negative thoughts. Our primal instincts take center stage. But as the mere whisper of danger or adversity comes to our attention, all the time in a job campaign, I have to do something new. I have to apply to a company I don't know. We find that our fight or flight system is activated. That's the anxiety that we're feeling. And our attention fragments, our ability to focus fragments as we strive to foresee and control outcomes. But in this pursuit of being able to control outcomes, much like a turbulent storm in the sky and our desire to control the chaos, what happens is our medical faculties, our executive functioning brain falls apart. And we lose track, we lose our ability to focus, we lose our train of thought, and we just simply don't perform as well as we would like to perform. So if you are protecting your executive functioning and you're paying attention to how you want to perform optimally, here's something I want you to consider. Here's a statement. Just because I have a thought doesn't necessarily make it true. So remember, we can have up to 70,000 negative thoughts a day. What? So are you believing all those thoughts? Do you need to? Are they true? And so I want you to really consider if there's something you can do to reframe that. You are not imprisoned by your past. Just because something was doesn't mean it will be. The past doesn't equal the future. You can't create a new future if you're holding on to the emotions of the past. And all of us, maybe you've come from a toxic work environment. Maybe you were let go in a way that just didn't feel right. Maybe you're still recovering from that. But you don't have to stay in that place. You don't have to carry that ball and chain with you. It doesn't have to be the way that you navigate your future. Einstein said you can't solve a problem with the same mind that recognized it. So if you identify a challenge in how you're reacting to things, if you identify a challenge in how you want to perform professionally, what do you need to do to rewire your brain so you can have a better outcome? And like I said, let's go back to just because you have a thought doesn't mean make it true. So when you are embarking on the river of change, we want to think about ways that we can rewire. And you know what? Practicing, visualizing, getting into the moment of that practice gives us the opportunity to think through how we want to react in that moment. Let's use interviewing as an example. If we're terrified of interviewing and as a result, we only do minimal preparation, we're not helping ourselves. But if we spend time visualizing ourselves being successful, closing our eyes, seeing ourselves answering that, tell me about yourself, or the why do you want to work here question, well, we can give our bodies the opportunity then to be reactive in that moment in the best way possible. And I promise, trust me, after you practice and you've gone through this and you've scripted it in your mind, when you get into that moment, it will feel and fall together much more easily. So change is not a distant mirage. It's a tangible reality awaiting our creative touch. So stop scaring yourself and know that you can rewire your brain to look for positive and good outcomes, reducing or eliminating your anxieties and making the job campaign a much more successful and viable process for yourself. So I'm happy to share this career tip. I look forward to you considering more career tips in the future. Thanks very much and take care.